Rise ye, ashen tarnished, chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans, new and loyal, to your next installment of the Demon Souls Platinum Guide. Nice and easy to follow for you. Second video. In the first video we got through World 1-1, we defeated the Phalanx. We then died in World 2 to help bring the tendency of that world down one notch, and we then came over to World 4 to get ourselves the Crescent Falchion +1. We're now going to continue on World 4 as there's some other early game goodies that we're going to get along with some souls for beating a Vanguard Demon. So Vanguard Demon is the same as the demon at the beginning of the game in the path to the Nexus. Where are you going? Don't worry if you get hit, you have enough time to roll before the second. And again, just praising the heater shield as your starting shield as a 100 block shield. Make sure Thief Ring well and truly equipped along with the Cling Ring. Stats, in case for some reason you've skipped the first video, here are our stats after doing World 1. As a rule of thumb, if you can lock on, then you are close enough for an enemy to aggro to you. As a general rule of thumb, some enemies have better aggro ranges than others. Watch out for the archer. As you can see, all I'm doing is just farming for backstabs, and then 2 hits with 2-hand does the job. Now we can take out the archer. Always let the archer shoot first, and then you can ask questions later. So, same as last time. Don't go too far. As soon as you can lock on, start heading back, as you want to fight skeletons one-on-one at all times. Lure and head back, as you don't want those archers at the top to be shooting you while you're dealing with the skeleton. Okay, ignore the items. We're going to take out those skeletons up top first. Same as last time, shield up, run, stick to the right, and that's why I have my shield up, but you may have noticed there that the first of those arrows from that trap hit me, but it was deflected by the shield. Top of the steps, don't go left yet, we're going to go right first. Bong. Let them shoot. Knock them down, we'll deal with them in a minute. Come down these steps. Careful, there is a trap on the floor there. And grab the copper key. And then head back up these steps. Come along. Have your block, because there's an archer up there. Skeleton at the end. Note that this is an enclosed space, so our normal strategy of get behind will not work. So 2-hand. I mean, I was a bit of a donkey there and just took hits to the face that I could have avoided by just moving back, but 2-hand, I just swang wildly, which definitely is not the way to go, but 2-hand attacks and you can deal with him in that enclosed space. There we go, that's what I was trying to do, but it doesn't work in the hall. This is an illusionary wall, however, we are not going to go that way, we're going to go the easier way, so keep going up, shield up as here is a Mr. Skeleton. Left burst, two-hand, spot the archer, and grab compound longbow and some light arrows. That is very much our winning combination. Light arrows do not lose damage over distance the way that all other arrows do, therefore they are my arrow of choice for use with the bow and this build. And here we are. This is Sparkly, who wants to trade, and we are going to trade. So, take off your Talisman of God. Do not panic, we are going to pick up another one. Go to inventory. Brass telescope. Drop. Do not discard. Discard gets rid of it for good. Drop puts it on the floor. Drop. Confirm. Sparkly will say that they're happy, and then exit the game. Continue. Offline. We are only going to go online for your last two trophies, which are the online Phantom trophies, one for invading and killing a player, and one for assisting a player in killing a Phantom. Now when we pick this up, it is now ring number 5, the Fragrant ring. And now we are also going to drop our Talisman of God, drop, confirm, exit game, continue offline, and pick up a colourless Demon Soul. There we go. Two-hand, drop. There is no plunge attack in Demon Souls, so likely this Crystal Lizard is going to fall down here. It's not the end of the world if you don't, but Moonshades shards, and we will pop those away. And then one last time, we're going to come up. Drop down again, and now we are not focused on the lizard. We can grab the Stone of Ephemeral Eyes. I've got to be so careful because that is a word that I struggle to say, as you would have caught from the last video. Nope, that is the way to the thing. Now this trap resets because we've quit the game. Did the archers reset? Oh. I was going to say the archers that I knocked down have also reset. I was expecting them to be down there. That's fine. I wonder if the damage on them has reset as well then. Yes, it has. Want to make sure you've taken out these archers before you start dealing with items. There we go. So it's only living enemies that reset, so the dead ones will still be dead. Grab the Renowned Hero Soul. Soldier's Lotus. And come over here for a familiar looking Talisman of God. There we go. Get your health to full. Make sure you have Thief Ring equipped. I'm going to take off Crescent so that my heal options are more potent ones, as what we're going to do now is deal with this Vanguard Demon. And we're going to do it while... I can't actually show you. There are... Ah, there you go. In the distance you can see there's Storm Rulers flying around waiting to snipe you. There you go. There you go. This is what they do. Thief Ring is going to help a lot here. But we're going to kill this guy for some nice easy souls. So, well, early souls. They're not easy because he can one-shot us. Same as before, only this time we have the benefit of being able to put bleed on him. No more than 3 attacks to play it safe, and then keep moving. And if you're really nervous, you can actually, once the bleed's on, so there you can see his health is just casually going down, you can just keep full distance away from him, let the bleed do the work, and just sit and wait. Jiggly butt physics. Look at that jiggle. So I always have my shield up unless I am attacking or letting my stamina regenerate. If you don't attack and you just do the bleed and then just run away somewhere completely safe, it will take you 3, maybe 4 bleed cycles. So bleed is not permanent, it does run out. But even if you die, it's not the end of the world because you don't lose anything. Just make sure you prioritize picking up your souls. Technically this is a completely optional fight, we don't need the boss soul, but early on, all souls matter. So we get 958 for the kill, however, Grey Demon Soul gives us another, I want to say 1,500? Grab the Uchi-Katana, we don't need it, but it's always nice to have an Uchi-Katana. Come around here, grab the soul. There is another item down there. It's a Cloud Stone. We do not need it, and you will get sniped by the flying enemies in doing so. Come under here where you're safe from the range. And we don't need the Blige, we don't need the Uchi-Katana, we no longer need the Halberd, so that can go. Keep the bow, keep both shields, keep your talisman. No materials, yeah, we're good there. Just keeping our weight management on par. There is a trap there, traps on the floor here. Trigger, turn around with your shield up just in case. There's an illusionary wall, so we don't want to get too close, we want to hit it with the edge of our sword, and you can see there Mr. Skeleton. If he hasn't aggroed, then we'll just use a firebomb to get his attention. All we're doing is making sure we're fighting one-on-one with skeletons. Because if you think that attack that completely takes your block away, if one does that and the other one rolls into you, you get in a stun lock, at which point 2 skeletons is more than enough to keep you stun locked out, and then you won't get to do anything apart from watch your health disintegrate. But one-on-one, you can pull them back and defeat them. Always grab from the skeletons, as there is a chance that they drop you soul remains. Soul remains we use for one part of the game as a lure to drag enemy aggro off of us. We don't need the firebombs anymore, we'll put the Crescent Moon back on. And now Open the cell. Grab the renowned hero soul. And Graverobber Blige. Purchase 50 arrows for the discounted price of 10. His inventory will change the next time we see him, and he will sell light arrows. But normally, normal arrows are going to cost us at least 20, so we are going to take advantage and buy 50 of those.
Satisfied? May we have a long end.
Now that we've done that, that should be everything. Vanguard Demon done, Fragrant Ring done, Compound Longbow done, Colourless Demon Soul done. Lovely. We have done everything we need here, so we're not going to continue here. I believe I mentioned in the last video that the start of the game is kind of a mix match. We don't fight a boss for a little bit as we are continuing to focus on our build, getting the right items for the early game. So, back to the Archstone, back to the Nexus. Right, very important. Inventory, Colourless Demon Soul, we want to stock. Send to storage. Grey Demon, we use. But Colourless must go to storage. We need those for very specific things. Spend all the other souls. Repair.
Ooh, I can forge weapons. You come back alive.
And let's level up. So, strength plus 2 to 22. And then we should be able to get 4 levels into vitality to get it to 19. But the key thing is strength first to 22, the rest into vitality, and that should get you to 19 vitality. Strength to 22, there are 2 key reasons for this. One is the Purple Flame Shield, which the key thing there is the fire damage negation at 90%. And the other one is a Compound Longbow, requires 22 strength. So we can now equip that, equip arrows and light arrows in your arrow slots. I mean, we don't actually need to equip this yet, but the arrows being in the right slots isn't a bad shout. Okay, over to World 3. So I mentioned in the first video, we chose body type A, female body type, for a very specific reason, and that reason is there is a set of bracers armware which which makes enemies drop increased souls. And we're going to use that throughout the rest of the game, and this is the world we get them in. Now, World 3 can be daunting because it has the Mind Flayers in it. These guys across there that look like the Ood from Doctor Who. They are not very nice, they are a pain in the backside, so we are going to take our time, make sure you have the Thief Ring on, as that is one of the key things that makes this all doable. Do not panic. If they do aggro to you and you are not in the advantage spot, run away, let them de-aggro and then come back. But all we're doing is making sure they are facing away from us and moving in the opposite direction. Run behind, go for backstab, and then two-handed spam until death. Item in the corner, Renowned Warrior Soul. Now, more often than not, I want to say it's like a 70% drop rate. They will drop some spices. fresh spice. I'm going to pop that. Nah. There you go. So the two types of spice, fresh and aged. Fresh recovers a little bit of MP, aged a lot. Grab the key. I think this is just the wizard set, at which point I did not need to come back here. Yeah. Unless you're not following my build and you want to go as a caster, the wooden catalyst is better than the starting catalyst of the royalty class, as it does more magic damage. However, we do not need this. I did not need to pick that up, so apologies. Send the wizard stuff immediately to storage, and instead just carry on the path where you already killed the mind flayer. Soul item here. You don't need to worry about this. Inside that cell, that is a mercury chunk. It is a weapon reinforcement tool that we do not use. That type of weapon, so you don't need it. Careful here, there is a mind flayer somewhere on this path to the left. We're gonna stick to the tactic. Make sure they always are not facing your direction. Charge, triangle, backstab. So long as you start attacking while they are behind, all is fine. If they are facing you, they will get a ranged attack that paralyzes you. They then waddle up to you, and then they do their grab, which at this stage is, I believe, enough to one-shot us. Even if not, after the grab, they will do their ranged spell attack, and that will do the job. So this is why we're being very cautious when it comes to the mind flayers. And the thief ring, yet again, infinite worth, being proven. Don't worry if they're not dropping spice. Although it's something that we do use just to pop our MP up, it's not something we use critically. We are not a magic build, but we use our MP to heal, and we use it for a couple of utility purposes. We will eventually use it as evacuate instead of using the Archstone shards, which are the equivalent of a homeward bone if you're familiar with other Souls games. So grab the key, grab the soul and head back. And now head back all the way back round this labyrinth of very familiar looking hallways. Everything looks the same. Open up. And the good news is you don't have to go that way again. Enter the fog. Up we go. Well, actually you do in New Game Plus, but in this run you don't need to. Bop, bop. Open up. Open the Iron Maiden. Some of these are trapped, don't worry, I'll be explaining. But this one has a stone. Yeah, we will. Equip the bow. And you want to shoot the chain. Pressing up on the D-pad zooms in, down zooms out. I'm not sure if that's actually explained in any of the tutorials. Noble's Lotus is a useful item as that cures poison, and it wouldn't be a Souls game without a poison swamp. Grab the soul, and there we are below 50. Yeah, we'll keep the bow equipped, as we will use it a few times. Carrying on. Nope. Do not fall for the trap. Once you open a cell, that cell is open, which means these enemies will be able to escape every run since The item is not worth it. Do not bother with it. This gate here, if the Mind Flayer is close, yep, there he is. We are going to attack him through the door. I was literally going to say, so long as we don't get too close for his ranged attack, we'll be fine. And then I was... There we go. Attack through the door. That's one less Mind Flayer to worry about, as we will be going back through that door. Continue on into here. Open these first two Iron Maidens. This one's going to give us the black set, which we are immediately... it's an option for poison resistance, or fashionably, if you like it, you can then choose to wear it. However, my fashion souls, we're going to replace it with something else later, so I don't mind. However, the second one gives us a soul item. Where, right, there you are. Pop the chain. Bright water. Bright water slowly replenishes MP over time. Now, do not open this Iron Maiden, as this is a booby trap. No, no, no. Nope, I'm not here. Thief ring, putting in the work. Right, don't go too much further forward, because there is a drop of doom. So we want to make sure when you come out, you go right, you grab the key, and then you go back through. Remember, that is a booby trap. Back out, and now we're going to go back through the gates where we killed the Mind Flayer. So this gate is now open. If you do die and you have to come back through, what you're going to do is you're going to wait here. The Mind Flayer will not aggro you in this spot here. When it turns its back, you then charge and attack it that way. Grab some spice. If the Mind Flayer is not at the corner, open the gate. Where is the Mind Flayer? Oh, he's all the way over there. All the way over there. He's miles away. Well, we are going to wait, as patience is the name of the game when the enemy can one-shot you, pretty much. So, we're going to wait here, outside of aggro range, two-hand. There you are. Wait for him to turn, charge, lock, backstab. There we go. Open the gates. This here, she is a merchant. The main thing you buy off of her is spices. So if you are using a magic build of any type, this is where you can buy those fresh and aged spices to replenish your stock of MP healing tools. I guess the other thing I should call out is Crescent weapons, like our Crescent Falchion. Crescent weapons, by having them in your hand, they naturally replenish your MP over time. The higher the level of the weapon, the more effective it is. So Crescent Falchion +5 will be the same equivalent as a Fragrant ring in terms of restoring your MP over time. Just something that's good to know. Carry on, and we're going to go into this door to the left. The trio of maidens are good, the one on its own is bad. So the trio here, this left one, we're going to open this for ring number 6, the Ring of Magical Sharpness. If you're using a magic build, this is very important, as what this ring does is it raises your magic power, however, it lowers your magic defense. So you are a glass cannon. You deal more magic damage, you take more magic damage. We have no need for this, as we are going pure strength, bow and arrow, and smack in the face. So open all of these, do not open the one on its own, it is a trap. Get the bow, pop the chain, grab another Noble's Lotus, out we go, and onward. Down the stairs. So, we are going to go down the middle, however, grab the Age Spice. What this is going to do, this is going to help you from navigating, because there are 2 of these middle sections, one of which is bad, the other is good. This is the good one, so no item. On the other side is the bad one, which has an item. We technically will be doing both, however, it's a nice easy way of noting. The item we will not pick up is a crossbow, so we can leave that there as a marker, and that way, just in case you get confused, you will know which side you're on. Make sure to grab the key from here. Carry on. Enter the fog, and there you go. So that item is a crossbow. We do not want that. Do not pick it up. Leave it there as a way of knowing where you're at, where you are. Open up. Open the side cells for some soul items. Only open the ones that I open. Which are the ones that have items and no enemies. Bright water, odds are you won't be using the bright water. Pop this guy. Open this cell. Grab the Unknown Warrior Soul. And here we go. Grab these silver bracelets and immediately put them on. So yes, they offer no defense whatsoever, well, nearly no defense whatsoever. However, the wearer claims additional souls from fallen foes. Absolutely. Grab the fluted set and the kite shield, which if you are not playing with the heater shield, your options are to buy one of these from the blacksmith in the Nexus, or you can use the kite shield that we just picked up. However, the heater shield is better. So what we're going to do is we are going to replace our helm with the fluted helm, as it is slightly lighter and offers us nearly the same defense. Send helm and the fluted set in, so this is what you should have on you. I always like to have a gloved armor set on me, just in case I'm struggling with a boss or anything. You can then switch and have the armor for it. However, we are going to keep silver braces equipped, as we like more souls. And from here, we are now... In fact, we're not going to go all the way back. We're just going to use an Archstone start. I'm going to save you some time. So, Archstone, use, return to Nexus. Yes. We will come back and finish the rest of 3-1 later. Back at the Nexus. Head over to the blacksmith.
I can forge weapons for you.
Repair. Go to upgrade. And compound longbow. You should definitely be able to get it to +1. And if you can get it to +2, get it to +2. You should be able to. The crystal lizard that we defeated in World 2-1 when we killed ourselves should drop you the hardstone shards that you need. I can get to level 3. I'm not going to at this stage because that's not guaranteed. You should be able to get to level 2. If you're unlucky, get it to level 1.
You come back alive.
And then I've just noticed as well, kite shield. We can send that to storage, keeping our weight nice and controlled. Over to World 2. Oh, I did not put my level in. Back to the Nexus we go. Come on. Back to the Nexus. Find the maiden. She floats around. She'll either be here, 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 or she'll be sat next to whichever Nexal door, Archstone, you just came from. Those are the places where she can be, so you may just have to find her when you come back. But level up, and... oh, I didn't pop the souls, that's why. Pop the soul items that we got. And we've got enough for 1 level into Vitality to get it to 20. Art thou finished? The words that no one wants to hear said to them. If you are incredibly unlucky and something's really gone wrong and you do not have the smithing stones for the longbow, then this merchant here sells basic hardstone and sharpstones there.
You want, don't you agree?
As I said, you should definitely be able to get it to level 1, ideally to level 2. You should have what you need. Come here, careful of the boulder bros. Once 2 have been thrown, then you can run. Turn the handle to activate the lift. Onto the lift we go. Immediately run to this corner where the item is, grab the item, you're safe here, and there is our first fat official. We're going to take advantage of the game mechanics. We can snipe through this gap here. However, his fire, doesn't matter how scary it looks, will not reach us. It will always be blocked. Sadly, these enemies do not drop many souls at all. They can deal quite a bit of damage if they have a pickaxe. But the good side is they're incredibly weak to magic, so the enchanted falchion, perfect weapon for this part of the game. Grab the grass that the fat official drops. Come over here and grab yourself a crushing battle axe +1. Crushing is the strength modifier, so it is even more so than normal. It prioritizes strength above all else. So you'll think, hey, we've got 22 strength, why don't we use that? Because at the moment, the combination of strength plus magic, this falchion is better than the battle axe. 88 plus 42, there, well that's already 82 plus 67, and you've got the +9 on top. Simple maths say this is better. Don't worry about that item, we will grab that when we come back here, when that is where a primordial demon is going to be when we get this world to pure black. Ride the lift around, step off back to where we started. Right, just keep an eye on the enemies with the pickaxe. let them attack, and then attack them. Spider stone shards. Enter in. Now you'll notice some of these are carrying sacks. These are the important ones, as those sacks are full, as you'll see in 1 second, of different modification stones. And that is the number one thing that we are doing in this part of 2.1, is getting the shards we want for our bow. So, for the dogs, easiest thing, wait for them to do an attack with your shield up. They'll either hit your shield like this, and then you can hit them, or they'll miss you and you can hit them. Time for a ranged battle with this fat official. There we go. And come here and roll. Oh, I still got hit by the pickaxe, really? Wow, he's tanked 2 hits two-handed. Oh well. So if you take damage and you're safe, like we are now, firstly come in here and grab all these goodies. The main thing we want here is the hard stone chunk. Let's send all of this to the storage. And since we're not under duress, we're going to use the heal miracle. As we're using a Crescent weapon, our MP is going to recover back, so we'll be able to use it again shortly. At the top here, watch out, there's an ambush from your right. Come on. Let him attack. Oh, I did not know you have a jumping attack. Huh. I'm still learning things. I've completed this game so many times and I am still learning. No, not enough MP yet. That's fine. We will have shortly. Crescent moon grass. That item in there is a pickaxe. You do not need that. Bow. Switch to your long arrows. So those are the ones, the thick flights are normal, the thin flights are long. And range this fat official with the bow. I mentioned, I believe it was in the end of the last video, the key thing with light arrows is the damage across distance does not decrease, making them the optimal arrow, in my opinion, for an archer. Come up. Now, this is important. You're going to stick on this left, if you can see it, the left bit, the straight beam that the others are resting on. You want to stick on that left one. And the reason why is that the middle and the right drop off. So the only way you can cross is on the left. Grab the soul, and most importantly, this official drops the official's gloves. Now, 4 different officials drop the 4 different official set. Hat, gloves, legs, and chest. We need all of that to free an NPC. However, that is also much later, so let's send the official's gloves back to storage. Drop down. Before you pull the lever, bop these. Don't worry about him flying over there, we're actually going to go that way. And now pull the lever. That's going to give you a cutscene of the gate opening. That's what we want to see, hard stones and large hard stones. That's what we're here for. Edge sharpening stone, that recovers weapon durability, so if you do end up with your weapon near breaking, that's how we avoid it. Always let the pickaxe attack first. Once they start to attack, you cannot stop the attack with any amount of poise break. The attack will go through. There's our last sack boy. Sharpstones for that one, we don't need them, but never bad. Grab Warrior Soul, and there's the other bag boy that we bopped, and he'll give you Clear Stone. So 1 in 3 is guaranteed to give you the hard stones. 1 will give you sharp stones, and the other clear stones. The bags are preset what they drop. Now, sad news is we have to go the long way round, so let's heal up. And then back we go. Up and around. And this time we go up the stairs, grab the soul item here. And we've opened the gate, so we can go here through the fog. That lizard only guards the meltstone shard, we don't need that, but if you do accidentally upgrade a weapon wrong, meltstone resets that, so that's where you can get one on the floor over there by that lizard. Dragonstone shards are through there, we don't need them, so we're going to avoid the unnecessary lizards there. Get your bow, switch back to normal arrows. And we're just going to fight these guys one by one, in fact. 2 arrows says, oh, we'll just kill the first 2. Because I don't want to wait. Don't know why that didn't give me a backstab, but hey ho. Ignore the fog for now. We're going to open a shortcut first. Just like the pickaxe, wait for the hammers to attack first. And then we've got 2 more bags. There you go, that's the one we want, the hard stone and the large hard stones. So this is exactly why we have come to World 2.1, is to get all these lovely hard stones before we start using the bow for some ranged enemies. Grab these bits, turn this wheel. Step down, don't worry about that, we don't need that, that is, I can't remember what stone it is, but it is a refinement stone that we do not use. When you get to the bottom, walk off, come out here for a soul item. And here is Blacksmith Ed. So Ed's sharpening stones, this is Ed. Repair. Upgrade your compound longbow to +4. You may be able to get it to +5. So there you go, I'm missing 1 large hardstone from +5. You may have that. So if you can, upgrade to +5. However, at this point in the game, +4 is guaranteed, or it should be guaranteed. I have yet to have it not. Crescent Falchion, if you can, upgrade it to +2. This purely depends on that crystal lizard in World 4 that we defeated. If it drops you enough, you will have enough. If it doesn't, you won't. So in this case, I can't, so it stays at +1, which is perfectly fine. Ed will do his usual grumpy stuff, so just leave him be. All done, well then, bugger off. It's pretty much what he says if we read between the lines. Ride the lift all the way back up. We've got a little bit more to do, and then we're going to, yet again, we're not going to fight the boss. Careful here, there's an ambush immediately round to your left. There he is. So I have my shield up ready. And there's another enemy close on the right, however, not a problem. Just beware the pickaxe here. Once he's attacked, donk, 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 donk. Come back. I always try and avoid the backstab just because it takes longer on these guys. But, you know, donk. Come back around here. There you go, that's the large hard stone I need, so we can now get our bow up to +5. I think I only needed 1. Either way, it's fine. Right, down here, you have to sprint across these for some soul items. You get 1 chance and 1 chance only. Soul, and then this is a club, so you don't need to pick it up. If you do pick it up, send it immediately back to your storage. Once you've done that, drop, drop, and carry on. And here we are, back where we just were. Head to the right, roll through these barrels. We're going to completely abuse our thief ring again. Grab the crescent moon. Roll. Unknown hero soul. This is a steel shield, which if you are playing as a mage is a good shield option. However, we are not playing as mage, so it is not a good shield option. So I'm not going to pick it up. If you do, send it to storage. Now, the abuse is, we do not need to kill these enemies, therefore... am I going to kill them? No, they don't give us enough souls, so I'm just going to ignore. They won't aggro. The crystal lizard... I said they won't aggro. You're not supposed to aggro. Huh. Go figure. Oh, they did 42 each. Okay, let's kill them. And they drop more than I thought. But the thief ring absolutely making what otherwise could be a tricky bit where they all aggro us not tricky. So this drops, I want to say spider stone? You don't need the crystal lizard. That's the important thing. Up we go, get out the bow, as we have a bunch of these pyro lizards. 2 arrows should do the job. Careful around this corner, as there is one immediately there waiting to ambush. The reason we're using bow here is if you touch them, even if you attack them, they burn you. So, hot lava. Oh, hello doggo. Should only be, if you've got the thief ring on, you should only have to 1 dog come up at that point. It's not even guaranteed. Wow, you're just trying to prove me all kinds of wrong, aren't you? How dare you? Alright. Dragonstone shard, send that to storage. Don't need it, shouldn't have picked it up, but hey ho, I did. So there's 3 dogs in total. Now, only one of them should actually go up the path. Because what they're supposed to do is what he was doing, which is thief ring. They have no idea where we are. Grab some sharpening stones and carry on. But as always when recording, the unexpected happens. Grab some grass. Some good grass, man. Pickaxe, let him attack. Donk. Pickaxe, let him attack. Donk, donk. 3 for 3, pickaxe, let him attack. Donk, donk. Bag of goodies. Bop. I can't remember which ones he drops. Pickaxe. Should have let him attack just to be safe, but yeah, I knew it wasn't the ones that we need. I couldn't remember if it was clear stone or sharpstone, and the reason why is because it's both. Grab the hero soul, and importantly, turn the handle. This is going to turn the lava off. Drop down. And look, the lava has gone. The floor is no longer lava. Grab sharpstone, grass, and come over here for ring number 7 of 30, the poison resistance ring. We're actually going to pick up a couple of these, and similarly the thief ring, we actually end up with 3 of them in one run, but it is so important that we get that first one. Come over here, I'm going to equip light arrows. Use the barrels and pop the fat official. Now, you don't want to go through the fog, just examine the corpse. I mean, the fog isn't the end of the world. It's not a boss, but we want the official's leggings, sorry. And we're going to pop those to storage. And now we're going to head back to the Nexus. So, down we go, up and over. Say hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. And back we go to the Nexus.
I can forge weapons.
Head over to Baldwin, repair. Upgrade your longbow if you can to +5. There is a worst case scenario that you may not be able to hit. It is highly unlikely, but don't worry if it's +4, it is still more than enough for what we need, but that is so unlikely. You should be able to get to +5, you definitely shouldn't be able to get to +6. If you can, feel free to comment, because I definitely don't think you can. Purchase, we're going to buy, not 300, we're going to buy 100 arrows.
You come back alive.
Head over to our maiden, level up, pop a level into strength to get that. Oh, that's why. I was like, this should be 2. Yet again, I forgot to spend the souls. Two levels into strength to get it to 24. And there we go. Right, we're going to find a boss in the next video. We're going to go back to 4-1 and beat the Adjudicator. So that's in the next video, because I've got to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're finding this guide useful. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and bye for now.